Hey guys, it's Trestle here, and today I would like to talk about why I think Elden Ring PvP is the best in the entire series. I've been hearing a lot of people and good players too say that Elden Ring has some of the worst PvP in the Soulsborne series, and or it's up there for one of some of the worst, which I think is completely ridiculous. Yes, there's a few things that are a little bit overtuned at Bloodhound Step. Okay, yes, that is a real thing, but that's something that can be changed in a patch very easily, very easily. And you got to look at all the great things. First of all, build diversity. Magic is actually viable. Spells are viable in PvP, which is hasn't been a thing since Dark Souls 2, and really was only a thing in Dark Souls 2, unless you were ganking, right? So they're actually viable in duels. You have the best build diversity with, Arcane as well. Arcane's also prevalent. By the end of Dark Souls 3 life cycle, Arcane was dead. Like nobody was using Arcane, okay? So like that's another huge thing about build diversity, which is a massive boon to the game, and it keeps it way more interesting. And honestly, I think poise is better. I think it's a mix between Dark Souls 3 and Dark Souls 2. So you actually are incentivized to use armor. Like armor is good, which is nice. I like armor being good. Armor being good is not a bad thing. And I think it's perfectly counterable with the next thing that's coming up called jump attacks. The biggest thing. The if I could focus, if you can take away anything from this video, the biggest thing is jump attacks, guys. What it does for PvP is honestly amazing. So let's say, and I'll give you an example. Somebody with a Godsend Stitcher, maybe hit you once or twice. Now you're on the back foot. You're rolling away, right? And now they're going to try and punish you with like a running attack. So you make that read. And instead of, just rolling away and dying, you just jump over on the right timing, of course, over their jump attack or over their running poke because it's a thrust, right? So you can jump over it. You lose half of your body's hitbox, or like more than that. It's like your entire lower body's hitbox. You jump over it and punish with a heavy or a dual wield heavy, right? So now you just got a massive damage and you have frame advantage now because you made a correct read and made a correct defensive play, and then your opponent made the wrong read because the opponent, it also has counterplay because if your opponent makes the read that you're going to do that, they can jump or they can do an attack that has like that comes like vertically instead of horizontally or like a thrust, and then if they can make the right read, and it also makes it to where then they also they knock you down and they have frame advantage and they get damage, but it also makes the like how weapons interact with each other are like, very interesting. So let's say you have a weapon like a greatsword, right? Then you're two-handing it so it goes vertically, right, top to bottom. That's really good. That's a good weapon for counter jump attacks, and so it makes the skill cap higher because you have to know what weapon has what moveset while being two-handed or dual-wielded. So you have to understand all the weapons movesets to use jumping correctly. But once you understand that, jumping is it's the greatest boon. It's the strongest thing you can do. It's literally massive damage, massive poise damage. It's defensive, and it gives you the frame advantage. So if you can take anything away from this video, guys, jump more. Not offensively, even though offensively jumping is extremely good because it lets you punish casters, flasks, things like that. But defensively, the greatest boon of Elden Ring. I'm telling you guys, people when they say that Elden Ring doesn't have the best PvP are completely sleeping on the new mechanic called jumping. It's crazy. It's honestly crazy because I'm telling you guys, once you get good at it, once you practice jumping a lot and and right now people, like the meta is like thrusting, right? It's just like spears, halberds with the thrusting moveset, and like great thrusting swords and normal thrusting swords. I'd say those are the most meta weapons right now. Jumping completely counters them. I'm telling you guys, try it. Rivers of Blood, jump attacks counters Rivers of Blood. It really does. And even though, you could argue that his damage is slightly overtuned, that's an easy fix. That's not a core problem with the game. It's such an easy fix. I'm telling you guys, it has a few issues. Not even that many. Just Elden Ring has a few issues. Really, it really is a few. And everything else about it, in terms of the PvP, is perfect. And the devs seem to be actually doing pretty significant and good updates. Like, that's kind of crazy. If you played Dark Souls 3, you know how the updates were. They were dry. It was dry. Like, I can tell from the updates that we've already been getting, this is going to end up like by the end of this game's lifespan, it is going to be in such a good state, guys. I'm really excited. On that, I'm gonna get into some duels. Have a wonderful day, and peace.